Hello everyone, it's Hex here. We are back with another episode of the World of Hex. Check it out. Check it out. So what I did in between episodes is I worked on some of these trees here. I've got this row of trees here. What I really wanted was kind of a formal row of trees coming into the deserted city here as we come up, and we come up this way, and we come up this way, and into our deserted city that we worked on last time. Now, I did a few trees out here. I have a few more to do, but I ran out of resources. I ran out of spruce wood, as you can see, and I ran out of jungle wood, and I ran out of lime, basically everything. So yeah, so there's that. I'm going to continue to work on that. I might finish that in the episode. We shall see. I'm a little bit over making these trees, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know how many of these I've done, but it's got to be over 100 or so, and it's getting really boring. So anyway, the big thing that I'm doing today, though, is we're going to go ahead and trim some chunks, because this will not do. Do you see this? Look at this. Look at this. There is no seagrass. There is no kelp. It's just normal water. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trimming some chunks. Now, unfortunately, I found out that I cannot trim chunks at this time. So what I'm actually going to be doing is trimming some region files. So if you don't know how Minecraft works, in fact, I actually just found this out very recently doing this particular episode, sorry, this is bothering me. There we go. That basically the way that the files are arranged so that it keeps track of like all the blocks that you have. Once you visit an area, it creates a file called a region file, and within that region file are all of the chunks. And so then each chunk has like a record of every single block that is in that chunk and where those things are. So if you take a chunk, let's see if I can get my chunks up. F3, F3, no. F3 and G? No, that was F2. There we go. So if you press F3 and G, let me see, then you can bring up these chunks, and basically Minecraft is arranged into these chunks that are 16 by 16 by 250, whatever, the sky limit. And then there's these sub-chunks. Anyway, I'm not really going to go into all of the things about chunks, but basically the region file is 32 by 32 of these things that I'm standing in looking up at. And so what I can do is delete individual region files, but they are quite large as far as like how much land they take up. And I've actually deleted some of them, and we're going to go ahead and delete the rest of them. Now what I've done is I've figured out all of the different places where I have built stuff, and I have figured out which region files they are on my computer, and then everything else where I have not built anything or done anything, then those are going to get deleted so that hopefully they turn into the 1.13 oceans when I go visit them again. So what that means is that this particular area right here, although it would be great if I could just like, reset this chunk and then reset like the ocean and stuff around it, that's not going to get done today because I just can't do it. Perhaps when they or if they create a world edit for that works in 1.13, I will be able to do that, but at this time that is impossible on my Mac. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I went about locating the region files and figuring out which regions to get rid of and which to keep. Okay, so here I am with a couple of the tools that I use. This is, first of all, this is Chunkbase. So you go to chunkbase.com and you'll get this thing, and you'll click on this button that says Apps. It'll be on the Home tab, and then you just click on Apps, and then you click on the Biome Finder, and then you enter your seed number. This is the seed for the World of Hex right here, and then you click on Find Biomes, and then it'll bring up something that looks like this. Now, you can see the X coordinates and the Z coordinates, so I'm pretty close to my spawn area right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. I'm just zooming out with my mouse wheel. And what I'm really looking at right here, this is where my iron farm is right here. And this is kind of where my village, the very first starting village is. And then you can see like some rivers and stuff like that. The way Chunkbase works is it looks only at the chunks, and then it colors it in like what's the predominant biome in that chunk or whatever. So that's kind of what's going on. But if I zoom out, you can see the chunks get smaller and smaller, and then these little grids are the chunks, and then all of a sudden it switches to these. Now this larger thing I figured out is actually a region. This is a 32 by 32 chunk thing, and these are the blocks. So I think it's like 5 something, 500 something blocks is, let's see if we can figure it out. 512, yeah, that makes sense. 512 is 32 chunks. And then down here you can read the numbers, right? Well, I can't show you at the same time, but basically like right below my cursor right here is, it says chunk 30 out of 30 and then 44. So that doesn't mean out of, that means the X coordinate is 30 and the Z coordinate is 44. And the little line just represents there's no Y because we're just looking in 2D. And then this right here is the block numbers. Okay, so basically every region file is 32 by 32. So right here, this is 0, 0. And so then my region file right here, this is 0, 0. This is 0, negative 1, and so on and so forth. And so what I can do then is then I can look in my Minecraft folder, and then I'm going to go to saves, wherever that is, right here, and then I'm going to click on the World of Hex. World of Hex, where are you, World of Hex? You are disappeared. That's disconcerting. Oh, here we go. And then you go into region. Right here. Okay. Right here. And then right here, these are all the region files. So you can see that I have taken and highlighted some of these. So all I did on my Mac is I go like this, and then I can color it. You might be able to do the same thing on Windows. I don't know. If you're on Windows, then maybe NBT Explorer would work better for you. But this is what I'm doing. So basically, I'm going to delete the ones that I'm not using. And so what I've done is I've taken a look at, here's 0, 0 right here. So this is this chunk. Because I don't want to get rid of this because I think that I've done some stuff in this village. Also, part of my iron farm might be in there and so on and so forth. So I don't want to lose that. And then 0, 1 is going to be, where is 0, 1? 0, 1 is that deletable? No, sorry. 0, 1 is actually this one here. So I need that because this desert right here, so where my cursor is, woo, see cursor, it is actually here. I think if I shake it hard enough, it'll get, nope. Anyway, where my cursor is right here, this is the deserted city right here. So all of this right in here is our deserted city, this area. So, or maybe it's just this. Yeah, it's just this. But then also I did some work in the desert, like in this area right here. This right here is actually my base, right in this area right here. And then this is like the Monument Valley. It follows this river. And then, yeah, so my base is right in here. And so if you look at that, that region is really important to me. So I want to keep it. And then so another thing that I use is this Minecraft coordinate calculators, Minecraft tools. And then I think it's, yeah, if you just go to like Minecraft tools and type in like Minecraft coordinate calculator, there's a couple of different ones of these. So I can find out like, okay, so I know what this is, but I'm not sure like what region file this is. But if I look at my chunks underneath the cursor right here, it says 56 or 52, 55. So I can go ahead and type in on this 52 and Z 55. And it tells me which region file that's going to be because it does the calculation of dividing by 32 for me. So if I divide this by 32 and that by 32, I get 1 point something and 1 point something, which gives me 1, 1. So this is basically the X coordinate right here, and this is the Z coordinate right there of that region. So it's region 1X, 1Y, which corresponds to these, where these chunks are. So that means that I need to keep that one. So what I did is I marked it as, let's see, where's 1, 1? Oh yeah, I marked this one as green because I don't want to get rid of it. All right. So then all of these ones that are marked green are things where I have built stuff. Okay. Like this. And then what I need to do is the scary part, which is delete all the ones that I don't want, or I don't have anything built in. So like all of these I'm going to delete, and all these and all these. Now, if you're actually trying to do this yourself, back up your world first, because if you delete the wrong chunk and you lose it permanently, then you have to, there's nothing you can do. However, if you have like a trash can, like I've got a little trash can, I can go like this and go to move to trash. Okay. I can open my trash, and if, oh crap, I deleted the wrong one, I can click on it and click put back. So you can do that. Or if you don't have a trash can or don't trust your trash can, then what you want to do is you want to like take it and move it to another folder that is in a different place where the game isn't going to read that file, and then you could put it back if you want to. That's what I recommend doing in addition to backing it up. That way you kind of have like two different ways to make sure that you don't completely screw up your game. Okay, so I'm going to open up my game here. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit the game completely, and we're going to start deleting. Going to delete this one, move to trash. Going to move all these to trash. And I was highlighting red, like the ones I was going to move to the trash, but I realized that if I just highlight green's the ones that I want, then I just go like this. Okay. And this. And these. All right. There we go. Everything is all deleted. All of the region files that I did not want have been moved to the trash. Now I'm not going to empty my trash can until I'm ready and I know that we're good to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up Minecraft again and make sure that everything that I really wanted to keep, like my Guardian farm and of course my base and the deserted city and the other couple places that I built things, is all ready to go and is still there. And then I will go ahead and decide, okay, we're ready to go. But let's go ahead and flip over to the game, see if this works. I'm a little nervous, to be honest. Okay, this is just south of my base. And as you can see, we have some kelp. Help! No kelp. I like 1.13. I like the kelp. It makes me happy. Okay, yeah, so I flew around my base. I flew around the deserted city. Everything looks to be in good order. Everything looks to be good to go. So this village is actually just south of my base here. My base should be coming into view very shortly. And here it comes right there. Yeah, so you can see the Monument Valley is still there. All of my lovely work on that is still there. We need to finish that thing, but anyway. And then the deserted city is still there. There's a couple places I still need to check. We're going to go ahead and check out my spawn area. So here's the deserted city. There it is. All intact. The bridge. I like that bridge. It's cool. Okay. And then if I go this way, I should see a little bit of the 1.13 stuff, maybe. Because I think there was a region in between that I got. I don't see anything. Yeah, right here. Yeah, you can see it's like having trouble loading. There it is. Yeah, see? So we got the seagrass in there. There we go. Yeah. So this area right here was one that we just deleted. And it reloaded. And we have 1.13 stuff. All right, we need to go up this way and see if my iron farm is still there. Yeah. No? Yeah. Okay, so this is the desert where I have been taking a lot of sand from. And there we go. So it's all still intact. No cheating there. I thought about just leaving that one, but it was actually in a region file that I needed, so I didn't cheat. Right here, here's the iron farm, the all-important iron farm. And I don't see any golems right now, but hopefully they'll be there. And then here's kind of our spawn village. This is actually where you spawn into the world of Hex, somewhere in this area right here. Right in this area right here is the spawn. I need to get some more rockets and check out, ooh, my elytra. Elytra? I never know how to say that exactly. But anyways, things look in order. I just have three more spots to check that I want to make sure I got correct before I start playing and building more things. And going with this particular set of files. It appears that our Guardian farm is working just fine. And as you can see, everything's intact. That's really good. That took forever to build this thing. Tell you what, I did not want to damage this with deleting the stuff. Okay, I just have a couple more things to check out. The sheep farm seems to be intact, undisturbed by our crazy deletions. And the slime farm seems to be still here, although I don't see any slime spawning in it, so that's a little concerning. This took me a long time to build. I really don't want it to be broken in any way. Let's see. Okay, I went down there and I slept, and that seemed to do the trick. So now they're spawning, and we have slimes down there. So that means that this thing is working. Slime! Slime! You slime! You stinking slime! There goes one. That's a big boy. That's your big boy. There he goes. All right. How do we get out of here? Okay, guys, so the next thing that I wanted to do in this episode was build a pathway from here in our deserted city. So this is kind of like the back side of the deserted city. Actually, I suppose this is going to become the front side. Anyway, and I was going to build a path. And what happened was is that, well, I kind of recorded some clips, and then those clips somehow got deleted or something. I don't know. But anyways, I've already built the path, but now I'm just talking about what I'm going to be doing next. So I'm going to be going ahead and building a path from here over the bridge, which of course there's a path there already, all the way to spawn, which is somewhere over there, a few 100,000 million blocks. Where are we? Not that far, a few hundred blocks over there to spawn. So that's what's going to happen next, and we're going to get to it. Well, all right, I got the path started, and here we go. I really like it close up. I really like it. Looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good, looks good. But here's my problem with it. Once you kind of get to like an elevated position, it just looks like a great gray streak on the ground. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it's okay. What I'm thinking about doing is trying to mix in some path blocks. So like kind of, tearing some of this out, for example, and going and placing in grass like this, and then going ahead and using our shovel on right click to kind of go like this. So it's a little bit less gray, I guess you could say. I definitely still want some of these stone bricks, but it just looks like this great gray streak through the middle of the world of Hex. It's like, what is that thing? And I want it to be a little bit more subtle, like this perhaps. So I'm thinking that I'm going to do that kind of thing. And then also, you could come, and I don't have any bone meal, but like you could put like some grass like in the middle of the path here and there. But it's just kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to try that. And kind of replace some of this stuff, and especially that right there. Well, that right there is supposed to be a bridge in the future. So I just kind of bridged it so I could walk across it, and to kind of let myself know like where the bridge goes. But I'm going to build like an arching bridge of some kind over the top of that, so that it's a regular bridge and not just one of these sort of derpy Minecraft straight across kind of bridges, but more a bridge like this, or probably more like the one on the other side that has an arch to it that goes up and over, since it's kind of lower. Okay, anyways, it's getting dark. I need to sleep. Let me go ahead and work on this and see how I feel about it. Okay, well, we made it all the way to spawn. I built a path all the way to spawn. I decided to go with the more, with this type of a path with some of these on it. Actually, I'm doing a lot more of them, like on the majority of the path, than you can see right here. But I wanted to kind of leave spawn a little bit more empty because I'm not exactly sure what I want to do right here. I kind of have an idea of what I want to do, and do something kind of, where like there's a path here and a path there, and like there's a lot of path around, and maybe there's like some kind of a smaller platform to stand on for spawn. But anyways, I want to take you on a tour of the path, but while we're here, I wanted to just talk about this area and what I'm thinking. So I want to do something for spawn, like I just said. I'm not sure what that is, but then also I want to take this village that's right here and convert it into a different type of village. So, it's going to have villagers in it and everything, so it's going to be a village, but it's not going to have these buildings. I have a couple design ideas for some buildings that's going to be in this area, and I'll probably build the majority of them over there around that way. I might put some right here. But basically, like kind of where these are right here, but like maybe a little bit further back, and then kind of sweeping around over here. I don't want to get too carried away. I feel like the deserted city just just took too long to build. So I don't want to try to go that big, but I do want a decent sized little township over there, village of some sort. Yeah, so then spawn would be here. I'd like to do something different with this iron farm. It needs to be here because it needs to be in the spawn chunks, but it doesn't need to be this darn ugly. So I don't know if I'm going to like replace the blocks on it or if I'm going to build structures near it or around it. There goes a golem. Structures near it or around it to make it so that it's a little bit cooler looking. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. So there is that. And let's go ahead and take a tour. So probably what I'm going to do is put this on fast forward and check out this little pathway. So one thing while I'm walking, I did take out a couple of farms in here. They were kind of blocking this river. I actually liked the way they looked, but I also want access to the river, and so I thought I'd get rid of the farms. They kind of look like this, and you can sort of see the pedestals where the farms were underneath the ground. So there was one there, and there was one like right here, I think, like complete. Yeah, it was like right here, blocking the river. Anyway, I took those out, and by the way, I'm also going to be building some bridges across here, across in different places. So there's one really ugly bridge, and then the other ones I just have to swim across at this point on the pathway. But that's going to be kind of what I'm going to do next episode, is work on getting some more wood to build some bridges. So here we go. Here goes the path. So this actually was the original pathway that was here in the village when the village spawned, and then we're going to go all the way to the deserted city. Maybe we'll go all the way to my base. Here we go. In this tunnel right here, I'm just waiting for the grass to grow. Okay, for now the path ends right here. Eventually what I want to do, I think, is carry it off that way and then have another path going over into like the main entrance of my Monument Valley over there. I might also have another path go around sort of the, I guess it would be the north end of my base over here. So let me get up a little bit higher so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Kind of through behind where those cacti are, and then over like there's like a hill right in here that you can't see, and then over around that hill and then out that way. We'll see what I do in the future though, but that's kind of like some of my future plans. Yeah, anyway, that's the pathway. Well, guys, it happened again. My audio completely messed up. Yeah, I'm kind of missing a clip right now. But anyways, what happened in that clip was I decided that I was going to take out my old elevator. So my old elevator went right here, and it was a great elevator. It worked really nicely, but it's pretty slow. And so these water elevators are much faster. So what I was going to do in that clip was explain to you how I was going to build this thing. So basically, I have this right here that goes down to our secret entrance, and if you don't know where that is, then it just comes out right here, and it's kind of underneath my base right here, and I'm going to make a secret little entrance right here, and then that will then take us down a second elevator here, which will take us all the way down to the bedrock of the game. And down here, what I'm going to be doing is building a tree farm, maybe some other stuff. So I kind of wanted my tree farm down here, but I have to get out of here before the creepers spawn and start killing me. And then this will take us back up here relatively quickly. And then this will take us back up to the base relatively quickly. So I'm sorry that that clip got messed up. The other thing that happened in that clip is I died. I was trying to take out this other elevator, and the shaft goes all the way down to bedrock, and I fell and died. Even though I had my Elytra on, I couldn't get it to activate. The other thing is that, yeah, so that's what's going on in that clip, and then I'll tell you more stuff in the next clip here. Okay, guys, I recovered my stuff, and yeah, it's December 26th. As you can see, my chests are all Christmased out. Is that a thing? Okay, anyway. What I decided to do was to go with a system like this. So basically, this door will be the down from the upper floors. So right now, I'm standing on my main floor where, like, behind this wall is my storage system and stuff. And then the floor above this is going to be our map room. And then the floor above that is like my, where my bed is. And then at the very top, that is the nether portal and the top of my base, in case you're not familiar with the layout. But anyways, most of those floors are, well, they're pretty close together. Like this one is like, what, 7 blocks, and then the next one I think is like another 7 or so, and then 5 and 5 or something like that. So they're pretty close together, but this one here is, I don't know, 100 blocks down. So if we look down from here, we have 100 blocks or so. And so that's going to take us down to our secret entrance. And then if I go down there, then from there I can go down even farther, all the way down to so like if I were to go down, I haven't built it yet, but if I was to go down from here, that takes us pretty close to bedrock, where I'm going to build a tree farm or some other stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got going on so far. And I'm just going to keep working on this thing and see if I can't completely build it. So right now I've got a kelp growing to the top to try to create water source blocks all the way to the top, because these above the kelp are actually not water source, they're just downward flowing, and you can't have bubbles going up and downward flowing water. It's super annoying. But anyways, yeah, so I gotta get this to be all water source blocks, and I gotta put in the multi-floor elevator above, and then I have to put in another one of these just basically 2-floor elevators. So it only has 2 floors, a top and a bottom, in order to complete this elevator. And then, yeah, it was kind of sad tearing out my old one, but honestly, it's just so much faster. The water elevators are just so much faster, and that's the main reason that I wanted to do a different elevator, was just for the speed aspect of it. Sometimes I don't like to wait for the elevator to slowly come up to the floor that I'm on so I can go to a different floor, that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, we're just going to keep on working. Okay, everybody, well, it's done. It's completely done. I was not planning to get this done in this episode, but it's completely done. So I'm really happy with it. So check it out. Basically, I installed this multi-floor elevator. If you want to see how to build this particular one with the water, I'll put a card on the screen to my video where I have a tutorial for it. But essentially all you do is you go in here, and up we go. And then we're at our second level right here. This is our map room. Maybe we'll work on the map room next time a little bit. That might be fun. And then After that, you come back in here and you press this little button right here, and up you go to the next floor. This is our bedroom, as you can see. I finally have access to this thing again. The other elevator that I had built just wasn't really getting to this floor for some reason. It kept skipping it, so that's good. Here we are. And so basically the way that this works is it's just using the fact that bubbles do not form in non-water source blocks. So basically in here all I have is a water bucket, and right now the block that I'm currently standing on is not a water source, even though the bubbles are kind of going through it. The bubbles are only bringing me up to this level, so the one that my feet are in is not a water source. But as soon as I press this button, this bucket will dispense, turning it into a water source, and the column will continue. And then, whoop, up we go. And then when I walk over one of these pressure plates, it sends a signal back down to all the other ones below to shut that off and make it so the bubbles no longer go up to the top, as you can see. The only way you can get in trouble with it is to do exactly what I just did, but it's really easy to fix. That's all you gotta do. Okay. And then this right here is a drop. The only reason I have these pressure plates here is so that I don't have to close the door behind me. So I just go through, pressure plate activates, opens the door, which it already is, and then when I jump down, it closes the door for me. Whee! Just like that. Pretty cool. See? Like that. All right. And then I showed you the lower ones, so I'm not going to go over those again. But yeah, it's all completely done. I'm really happy with it because it's so much faster. It is just so much faster, and I kind of like the way it looks with these 4 doors, like taking me to different places in my base. I really, really like it. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, guys and gals, this is the end of the episode of episode 39. Episode 40 is coming up. Wow! Anyways, I'm so glad you watched the video. If you did like it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share, and all that kind of good stuff. But more importantly, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day, and a happy New Year's very soon. 2019 is right around the corner. Anyways, God bless.